go. Bawumia is talking. Bawumizi. Why, Tilly? Yesterday you were there.
Last 2 days.
2 days. 2 days. 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Days passed by.
Yeah. October is running pan.
Okay, so our first story this morning, Bawumia announces November launch of the local streaming platform to revolutionize royalties for creatives. And that's the story on myjoyonline.com. And let me read some part of it. It starts off by saying the Vice President and the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has revealed that Ghana will launch its first local music streaming platform in November. Addressing the stakeholders in the creative arts sector, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia emphasized the need for a homegrown solution to help Ghanaian musicians reap better financial rewards from their work. And that is the reason for the streaming platform. The story goes on to say Spotify and other platforms are externally owned, and it's not surprising that the payments to our musicians are very little, he said, stressing that current platforms don't provide substantial returns for artists in Ghana. He said that the issue for us has been to ensure that we have a local streaming platform where we can put all the catalogs from A to Z that we can find in Ghana. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia highlighted the collaborative effort between Musica and the Ghana Rights, or the Ghana Music Rights Organization, that is GAMRO, music producers and the private sector to make this platform a reality. He explained that the platform is designed to help manage revenue, track royalties, and maximize opportunities for content creators. He said that I'm happy to let you know that the work has been completed. Dr. Bawumia shared with enthusiasm. He said that we are ready to launch Ghana's first local streaming music platform for the Ghanaian musician and for film producers that is coming next month, that is November. The new platform is expected to provide a more equitable revenue model for Ghanaian creatives, allowing them to better track and collect royalties while creating opportunities for sustainable growth in the industry. We'd like to hear from Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia on this one.
Platforms like Spotify and so on are all externally owned for music. So all the streaming platforms like Spotify and so on are all externally owned. And so when we put our music on those platforms, it's not surprising that the returns in terms of the payments that are made to our musicians are very little. Very little, and they are not much to write home about in general. And so the issue for us of making sure we have a streaming platform locally for music and put in all the catalogs from A to Z that we can find in Ghana on the platforms. That has been something that has needed to be done for a long time. And so we've been working on this issue. Musica, GAMRO, the music producers, and the private sector, the IT sector. We've been trying to, over the last couple of years, see about putting together a music streaming platform, digital platform for Ghanaian content developers in the creative arts, as I said, to facilitate the tracking, collection, and distribution of royalties in the first place, and also to enable creativeness and assess and manage revenue, and also to help maximize opportunities. So that is a very, very important part. When I had a meeting today, as I said, one of the meetings I was to have today was on to get an update, and we'll take some decisions on the streaming platform. On the streaming platform, I am very happy to let you know that the work has been completed. The work has been completed, and we have joint work between Musica, GAMRO, the music producers, and the private sector, and it has been completed. And we are going to support this and make sure that we take care of the development expenses related to this platform for the industry. So in all, I think today I was satisfied after the various presentations that were made to me that we are ready to outdoor this new local streaming platform for Ghanaian musicians and film producers. So I think in all likelihood next month, which is the month of November, we will launch Ghana's first local streaming platform.
Charlie, this one for platform. We all for platform. Oh, why? Why? Oh, I no go clap. What's in the worry now?
I want to see the platform, the modalities before I clap, because I don't go fit take the clap back.
You go collect clap. But anyway, let me announce the presence of Mr. Robert Clark in the building. Showbiz Review Extra. Bawumia is saying next month, God willing, all things being equal, ceteris paribus, we are going to have Ghana's first online music streaming platform. And I think the part that I got confused was the film producers also came in at some point. They say content creators. That means the platform will also be able to host visuals on there. Till you were there, I mean, you can clarify things for us if.
Yes. So yes, he's going to this November. A streaming platform is coming for us.
It's a streaming platform, but it's not just music.
No, it's a music streaming platform, because he was talking about artists, Gamro. I didn't hear anything that has got to do with film or any content creators. It's just streaming platform for the artists, which is why he said he was going to work with the music Ga people and the Gamro people. They are the ones in charge of the music scene. And he was talking about the artists not having enough because of the streaming platforms they have their songs on. I didn't hear anything about movies, so it is solely for the musicians.
Okay, so let me read this part of the story that says, we are ready. In fact, that's the last part. It said we are ready to launch the first local streaming platform for Ghanaian musicians and film producers next month.
Nope.
No, but why are you reading a story when the person didn't
Yes,
say
because it's here.
Did he say
yes, it's in it. Oh,
in the voice?
Oh, beg. Don't worry.
So go to the tail end so that we can hear.
We all go listen to it.
Has been completed. The work has been completed, and we have joint work between Musica, Gamro, the music producers, and the private sector, and it has been completed. And we are going to support this and make sure that we take care of the development expenses related to this platform for the industry. So in all, I think today I was satisfied after the various presentations that were made to me that we are ready to outdoor this new local streaming platform for Ghanaian musicians and film producers. So I think.
Sorry, before you come
Don't worry.
Which organization is Musica?
Musicians?
Musica. Please listen to me. Don't just talk. I say which organization be Musica? Is there an organization like that?
Nope.
That's what he said. Maybe I slip. I don't. You see, all I'm trying to say is the guy. They make sense. Bawumia doesn't make sense when he speaks. You see, I'm not saying Bawumia is stupid. I can say that if that's what you want. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he doesn't make sense. So you should understand what I'm trying to say. Don't make it a headline and
Musicians Union of Ghana.
But he said Musica. So what is it? Because there's nothing like that.
That's supposed to be English people, phonetics, right?
And phonetics. Acronym.
So some say.
So all I'm trying to say, you see, listen, Tilly, you were there, right? Maybe did you ask a question?
Yes, I did.
What question did you ask him?
I made a suggestion to him. He was taking questions and suggestions. And I was saying that he should look at, because, this is mainly the role of the president. If he becomes a president, he should look at the ministers he appoints for us. Because, people say, when you appoint in every sector, you can appoint any minister and then they have to learn on the job. But ours, you need somebody who at least understand the intricacies of what we do, so that when they are they come in, they know how to move without going on press to say, I don't even understand this sector, but I'm just, and then that was what I think I wanted to make him pay attention to.
Good suggestion, but we have somebody there like that, Okreku Mante. He's our senior.
Yeah, but you see, I also added that he knows as the vice president that the role of a deputy is very limited, because they have to actually make sure it is their wishes and desires and whatever the substantive is pushing that they usually push. So usually, if the substantive is not really understanding the sector, Okreku will do and do and do and do and do. He's very limited.
I think I want to disagree with you. In this dispensation, when the Alaji was put as the substantive minister, and Okreku Mante is deputizing, I think Okreku Mante is the one getting all the former minister to speak all the nonsense he was speaking. Because before the minister came to say they wanted to do funeral, tourism, Okreku had said it already. Go back and check. Before the man came to announce it, Okreku came on Joy FM talking about that.
Funeral tourism.
Oh, bro. The records are there. Now, my thing is, you see, Bawumia does not understand anything in terms of our space. I don't even want to go general. Let me stick to our space. He understands nothing. I'm so sad that if he has a team of people, because I'm sure there are people amongst us who are part of his team who's talking to him, because clearly he will not come and stand there and say all he said by himself. I'm sorry, those team members too don't know nothing.
Okay. What
is our issues? We have plenty of issues. And I'm not sure anybody's complained yet about the monies they are making from all the streaming side. Nobody's complained yet.
No.
Yes. Now, and you see, I posted a video, I think, months back. I actually even posted it in our group. You see, these streams here, even most of these musicians don't understand what the stream is. You understand? Now, streaming simply means usage of your music on a digital platform, right?
Yeah.
The analog platform is the radio, where you've played Jackie this morning. Good. Now, I think our biggest problem in the space, and that's why a lot of people go out and fight Gamro and all that, is that there is no track record of what you just did this morning.
Yeah. The artist is not going to make anything.
Thank you. I think that is the biggest, because radio can never do with music
without.
Yes.
Yeah.
They cannot do without it.
Yeah.
They need radio is music. It's not just talk.
Yeah.
Now, how do we track the monies that
an artist is supposed to make out
on radio?
Yeah.
And it's been with us. This issue has been with us for a long time. So if that's what we're looking at solving, there was a. I think is it Kwesai Ghana or something? They brought some
Kisima.
Good at that time, trying to bring some sort of software that will track some
monitor,
of it. Good. You understand? These are the things we want to hear. Now, these platforms or the streaming, whatever he says he wants to do. Look, Spotify just didn't start today. And they have other services. The reason why we put our stuff on Spotify and YouTube and all that is that they push the stuff to the next level. They advertise it, they put it on all these playlists,
Yeah.
Now, you are going to create another one to compete with them when we've not even mopped up what we have here. You understand? Today is Saturday. Go to the hinterlands. There are 10, 20, 30 funerals happening. Music is going to be played there. How are we going to make those revenues? You understand? Those are the things we should be talking about. how do we mop up these things so that the musician, you know, and we also need education. Look, I've seen people say, oh, na me gamro me de me nyum ko no me nyashi manya 100 Your music is not about going to give to Gamro and you have to make money. Is your music being used?
Yeah.
If your music is not being used, why do you want money? Because the royalties are for usage. Public usage. Simple. You understand? So if you come and say, you know, you want to do a streaming platform, and the guy doesn't even understand what he's saying. And for me, it saddens my heart that all of us, I don't know, a number of them, I've not really watched the whole engagement with the
movie people too enjoy.
Yeah, we're there.
I mean, the movie people too enjoy from the platform.
No.
Enjoy from which platform?
No.
He said film.
No, but listen to what he said and who he's engaged so far. There was no movie person. I don't know why he added movie at the end. I really don't know what he was.
So it was just musicians.
Yeah, you said you met Musica, you met Gamru, and then music producers. So how then you add film when you are concluding?
That does not make any sense. I don't know if you've seen his body language, everything. How are we voting? I don't know who's going to go and queue and vote for this man on the 7th. No fact. Why would you do that? Like, it will not make sense. The last time I heard, right, I think he engaged, I don't know if it was the same people, but I think he did a larger engagement of
Media, he's done the
Media. Yeah, he did media engagement. Yeah.
You should hear him talking just trash. At a point, they said they were launching a transport service that will fight Uber or
Taxi driver.
Taxi, yes. Look, there's something like that already here. Shatawale has Shaxi.
Yeah.
So if you want to support local business, go and support Shatawale and his Shaxi. Go and invest there. Because he has provided job for people.
Yeah.
So you want to now create another
Competition for.
I don't get it.
He even said it for this one.
He said that.
Yeah, a local app
Right,
hailing for
hailing.
taxi.
It doesn't make any sense.
Boo, kindly hold your horse.
No, let me land. I've not landed.
You don't land yet.
No, I'm just starting.
Hey.
Yes,
You know, and it saddens my heart that, you see, in our space, I believe we should not politicize as creatives.
Yeah.
You know, you can be whatever.
Yeah.
But our people, you know, that follow these people will not tell them the truth. Unless they are telling them the truth and
they
they
are
are
not
listening.
Okay.
Any creative that goes to vote for this Sakura man, I don't know for the person.
So you believe the local streaming platform is not a
Yeah,
solution?
yeah.
It's not a solution for the royalties and its
No.
stuff? Okay.
No, it is not.
Okay.
There are too many of them.
Mr. Robert Clark,
Yes, boss.
welcome.
Thank you.
Everything cool.
Oh, Charlie, we're good.
How's your weekend going? Is your weekending?
Oh, yeah, quite busy. You know, have a number of things, you know, lined up I'm supposed to be dealing with.
Nice. Well, were you at the Bawumia Meet
Yeah, I
the
was there.
Creative?
I was
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay. How was it?
It was more like an insight to what he wants to do. Because the first encounter I had with the manifesto was what was shared.
Okay.
In terms of what we've seen on the documents out there. So there he gave an update. he went through it, gave an update in terms of things that he's engaged parties to work on, and how far they've gone to, how far they've gone with the project. And then basically he said that he was open to listening to ideas from the people who were gathered there, any suggestions and questions that people had. He was ready to respond to them. Essentially that was it. And in terms of the updates, he gave two things. He gave multiple things, but one of them is what we are discussing right now, which is the streaming platform.
The streaming platform for
Yeah.
music and film producers.
Yes. And in all fairness, let me put it this way. I understand where Bulldog is coming from with respect to what we need being the immediate thing needed is addressing the issue of royalties collection for Gamro. And he mentioned that work is for advance in a particular space. And very soon they'll be sharing that information as well in terms of launching it. So That's one of the biggest takeaways I got from that particular
Okay.
session. However, I don't know what the details will be like, and it would be nice to see whatever that is going to look like.
It's still in the pipeline.
Yeah, he said it's in the pipeline, but based on the presentation that has been made to him on that same day, things had far advanced. And very soon, just like he's announced that the streaming platform is going to be
Very soon he also
ushered-
announced
yeah, it's going to be launched the same way that thing is going to be launched, and it's going to be this year. So I think so that's what he mentioned. But in terms of analysis of the platform, I think we've said time and again there are quite a number of issues that you want to you'll be concerned about. But before I get into the area of concerns, let me just state that Africa is far behind. And so anything that is good, that is done, for me, in principle, if it's good, I like it. But every now and then we need to evaluate what we spend our scarce resources on. Because again, I'm coming back to scarce resources because by economics, we don't have infinite resources available that we are at liberty to do everything and anything at any time. So you always want to be able to review and ask yourself whether the energy you're putting into the projects right now, is this the best use for it, that kind of stuff. And so if something good like this happens, I'm happy. So we have something good like this. Okay, fine. But ownership, I would like to know about ownership. Who's going to own this platform? Is it going to be owned by the streaming platform? Is it a local company? Is it government? Is it a government agency? What? I don't know. Would like to understand who is owning it. Would like to understand what the intricacies are in terms of operations and how they are going to run it. You understand? Because if this is supposed to become the ultimate Ghanaian library that contains everything with respect to Ghanaian music, then would like to know. Would like to even understand. Is it going to be just Ghanaian music? Are there going to be other like foreign music is going to be allowed? Is it something that's going to compete on a global level? What is it like? We need to be able to get into that particular space. And then let's talk about consumption base. We are here. We keep talking about streaming and stuff like that. But I dare you. You'd realize there's no point for me to dare you. You'd realize that we probably don't have 10 million people streaming, active streamers.
Yeah,
you understand. So that goes to speak to the customer base we are discussing right now. And so if that is the case, there was a number of people who are going to be streaming to warrant what amount of money that is supposed to go to the musicians. So here again, in terms of warranting what amount of money, what is the pay per stream? Yeah. So what rate are we going to be working with? Is it 1 CD per stream? Is it? I don't know. So because we need to understand that, because how that translates into how much you are paying musicians, it should be the reason why this platform was actually created. You understand? Because they were creating the platform to address some challenges, and one of them is the fact that our people are not being paid well because they said it's international. So how does this solve that? So we need to understand how much money people are going to be paid for when it comes to the rates. So if they play for 1 second, you're going to get this, and therefore if you stream X number of times, you are likely to get X amount of money. If the number of people who are streaming on the platform will not be equal to the number of streams we are getting from the international ones, then at the end of the day, we still haven't solved the problems. So we need to be able to bring that into perspective. If we are opening up for people to be able to stream globally, then what are we doing marketing-wise to be able to promote it? Because at the end of the day, if you have a marketing plan that talks about promotion that lasts for a period of like 5 years, it means that your returns are probably going to be realized after 5 years. So immediately, it means that immediate returns are not guaranteed. It means that you are probably going to get the match streams you are talking about in X number of years, so to say, which is not bad, but we just need to be able to have that as one of the key things we are looking at. Now, we cannot talk about success of streaming if you are not talking about the fundamental thing that makes streaming possible: data. You understand what I'm saying? Data is so important. Look, I was talking about rates with respect to my friends from Nigerians when I was doing the Ghana Music Festival, Ghana Dance Festival, when they came around. Charlie, we are like times like 1/3 or like 1/5 of what they are paying. That's
big man.
I said this earlier this year on TV3. Data is too expensive.
Data is expensive. So if we want to move heavily,
it makes sense when he speaks. I don't know why people
if we want to move heavily into this space.
Sorry, let me just interject a little bit. All these things that you've listed, beautiful things. You are the thing.
I
and they didn't let you speak.
I raised my hand, but
they don't mind.
They don't mind you.
Like you go see, you see these things you talk. You go see the nonsense like you go talk. Because you know facts. The things that you are saying, these are the important things. Look, just 1 second. No government in the world has built a streaming platform. No government. What does the government do? Yeah, they
Create the environment.
Yes, enable environment for business people to do this. So when you come and sit there as somebody who's wants our votes and you speak like you they sell coconte for choco, I don't really understand. Sorry.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that one of the elements for me that would be nice to be able to accompany this is cost of data. You understand? So even if it means, the streaming platform, the mobile platforms have these packages they've been doing. Maybe immediately the only thing that comes to mind is an extremely low or zero rated platform of some sort to be able to stream this at no cost or like an increasingly low cost. So to say, I'm not too sure. But that is one of the key things that you can think about. But it would have been nice to have heard something about data because it is the premise on which we can stream. Without it, it's almost impossible for you to succeed at whatever streaming platform you actually want to be able to do. And then we have what do you call it? A little bit about music consumption scenario in Ghana. There's this information that I shared with, I think it was Andy and Kwame, about music consumption being heavy on CDs and like physical units, not on streaming platform. It's about 70% in Japan, I think so, and Japan is the second music market in terms of ranking after US, and then third is UK, right? And the music is heavily consumed by buying like CDs and stuff like that. So I was like, wow. So if that's the case, then that should tell you the position of streaming in Japan. And if that's the position for streaming in Japan, then what it simply means is, and if that's the position for streaming in Japan, then what it simply means is that they have clearly analyzed their system to understand and appreciate who is consuming music and how.
Okay.
You understand? So in Ghana, for example, what is our music consumption pattern? Assuming you have only 5 million or 10 million people heavy on music streaming, then how are the rest of the folks within our space consuming music? And so how do we now bring them into the fold? Yeah. Exactly. So that at the end of the day, when we are talking about managing, monetizing, and trying to, help the situation, then we know exactly what to do. Maybe our analysis would prove that we need to have more CDs in the space because the guys are still selling the CDs on the streets, in the traffic lights.
Pen drive.
And there's still pen drive going round. So maybe we need to be focusing on how pen drives can go out and you monetize. Maybe, do you understand what I'm saying? And all of these things are usually based on insights. You understand? You need to be able to understand the sense, because I was quite surprised when I heard that about Japan. I'm like, wow.
They still move units,
and I'm like,
physical units.
How is that? Like, it's
in the States, they are still using photocopiers. They're using scan machine. They're doing it. They are still using post offices. We don't use all these things here now. Ghana Post, what do they do for that? No, you see, we need...
So, let me just wrap up. So, in a nutshell, something good has happened.
Yeah.
So, on its own, it's good. We need to let this good connect with the system for us to see the ultimate good. It will be nice to see all of these elements so that we can see that it's, ultimately it's going to be good, it's going to be beneficial. If we don't do that, it might just not be able to serve us.
We've wasted the scarce resource.
If we don't do this. So maybe there's something that we don't know, because analysis is always based on what you know.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something that we don't know. So me, usually these things, I like to leave a little window and say, oh, help me see what I'm not seeing, or prove me wrong in certain cases.
Or based on what you see.
Because, mine might be limiting.
Yes.
But you are seeing something I don't see. So maybe you need to come again with respect to how it's going to work. But yes, I'm happy about the fact that it was started and it's been finished. The fact that you can start something
in November.
So it means I could have been done earlier. So it means I could have been done earlier.
But
I don't know. But
if he does it right now, what will he do if he becomes
No. So what I'm saying is that this kind of vim, let me be attached to other things. Finish.
So what is good about this? There's nothing.
The ability to start something and finish in this
that
country.
Is it, the effort.
The effort.
But listen.
E for effort.
So if you put all effort in something that we don't need. So for me, there's nothing good there. What you say? I think one of the things the politician has realized that
Do a minute on this one
Yeah.
before.
we love to hear is to she needs to speak. We love to hear is what they say. They don't come and listen to us. We are the participants or patrons in these things.
But they have people with them from the creative side who advise them that this is what we need to solve the issue.
If you do a town hall meeting,
Because that's what he said in the. If you want me to play it
but
back
there'll
again,
be nothing wrong if you come and take notes and say, "Listen, I have taken all your notes." Like I was asking Robert clearly why didn't he say some of these things? He says he raised his hands. No, but Coca, I'm sure Coca was the guy who was, because I saw him throwing the mic. Coca didn't see you.
It's, you know.
But you get problem with them.
Kwame
I don't
does it
get
too. Said he
problem.
raised their hand. They say they will call him. They call him. They never called.
Wow.
Oh, me, I even stood up at some point, just hoping that Charlie then could just give me, because I really wanted to speak for even dancers, heavy, because there was nothing dance mentioned.
Listen,
And
and
I wanted
the whole
I
thing
wanted
was
to
centered
speak
on
about-
music.
I wanted to speak
Creative
about
arts,
dance. So,
people with they do hair, barbers, everybody there under creative art.
Crafts.
Tailors, it's bigger than that, beat making. So when you come and sit there and talk about music, wow, my God.
let me go to Adam. Tilly will wrap up for us today. Adam.
Yeah, I think.
Adam is everywhere, but this
Yeah.
one we know see you for that.
Yeah.
One a time catch, eh?
I think the I really want to see the launch happen. Then we look at the modalities, because I mean the reason is that when the vice president, now the flag bearer of the MPP, was speaking, he made a very important statement from the beginning that our artists are on some of these international platforms, but what they are getting is meager. They are not getting enough revenue. And I really want to believe that whatever is going to be launched in November
Is going to
solve that problem he identified and mentioned. And if it happens and we do the contextual analysis among everything and we see that whatever they are going to get here is not up to what is coming from outside, especially considering the exchange rate in the economy, because the economy is really, really fundamental to everything. So
And when the fundamentals are weak,
it will affect everything.
but let me even add to what you're saying right now. If the streams happen on Spotify,
Yeah.
I'm going to be paid in dollars.
yes.
Yeah.
If it's Nanid into Ghana cedis,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be higher.
Yeah.
So you can imagine.
So I even
whatever
want
you
to
are-
see the currency in which they will be paid.
So we
And
need to
you see-
understand really
Yeah,
exactly.
But definitely, it has to be
Yeah,
the Ghana
It will be
cedi.
Ghana cedis. So
a
then in
chunk,
terms of the
a
comparison,
chunk of the streams that comes, 3/4 of it is from outside, not here, like he said.
You see-
I've said this is
See,
what we
and-
do all the time.
And I want to see the marketing approach in terms of, I mean, moving beyond just the Ghanaian market. Because, I mean, if you look at the internet penetration, we have about 30.9% of people not connected to the internet here. So even locally,
And even
there
if
is-
they are connected, the commerce part of it.
yeah. There is a lot more to do locally. So it means that you should be
Everyone not connected.
you should be able to. I mean, this morning, as I checked this morning, so what happens is that you need to be able to elevate the platform just beyond the Ghanaian shores. And I mean, we've also gotten to a certain point in our music that some of our artists are even tired of the local, space, and they are looking to go global. So the platform should not only be Ghanaian tailored. It should have that global approach. How does it take our music? And that comes with a lot of, investment, financing, and intentional marketing strategies to be able to get us there. And if it doesn't solve some of these, it will be problem. And also, let's not forget that it is a two-way thing. The artists who are making revenue and the consumers. Now, if you do not think too about the consumers and you make it so, much for the consumers, what it means is that when there is competition, you look at the one which favors you.
Yeah.
So when the consumer feels that the local app is pressing their neck in terms of the charges, how much they have to spend, they will go to
The foreign one.
the foreign one, the boom play. So at the end of the day, you make the platform redundant.
You people say, they see what they people want. They just want teeth from that side. They be like that side, they collect money from that side.
You see, as a country, I mean, we need to ensure that
tax that side too.
there are certain fundamentals we need to ensure are right. We keep increasing. We've introduced CST, Communication Service Task. It started from 5%. Now we are it got to 6%. We are at 9%. You see, we need to ensure that we have the enabling environment. So when we keep increasing the tax on communication, and we want to digitize, and if you are not careful, we will hamper the digitization effort. So it should be, I mean, a holistic approach, and not that we just want to launch something. No. What are the enabling environments?
Yeah.
So I want to shelve most of the things I want to see.
You
and
want to
wait
see
for the launch,
in November.
and we go come back.
Yes, coming soon.
But we don't want promise and faith. We want it to be launched so that we see the various dynamics of the
Yes.
platform.
Well, Tilly, you've not spoken on this issue. You want to touch on it a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
So clearly, the problem he's trying to solve with this thing is the fact that artists are not getting enough money, which to me, it's quite bordering that he skips Gumroad and he thinks a local streaming platform will fix that problem. And also because you are calling Gumroad into a system that they are not even able to do. You are saying you are looking for transparency and everything. And this has been one of the problems with Gumroad. So if you say you liaise with Gumroad and music and things, they are not even able to do that for their own system that will help the artists. So what consultation are they giving you as to...
It was a broader consultation.
No,
I'm not clear.
let me finish.
No, go ahead, but I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying that there is streaming platforms. I'm sure artists, Spotify for artists and artists, other things. So you get to see even what is going on. You get to see the back end of all of it. Now, one of the main problems with Gumroad has always been transparency.
The back
No,
end.
you get to see the back end of your account.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So now, Gumroad, are they actually willing, or this platform that they are bringing, is there going to be transparency? Because that is one of the biggest problem with the artists.
This one is not for Gumroad.
Exactly, but it's for the government or it's for whoever is going to be in charge of it.
So that's
I
why
heard
I'm
a
saying
private.
ownership.
He talked about a private party. It's like they've spoken to a private sector
That's going to manage.
So it's likely to be
So
a
the
people.
ownership
No.
aspect, the ownership and management, that area is great.
I'm talking about consultancy, which he mentioned, Gumroad, and all of that. They consulted. So these are the stakeholders he actually reached out to and to get this thing running.
So
And
the
I'm
people
saying
where you go
the
consult,
people you
they
went to
have the
consult,
same-
they have the problem they can't
Bigger
fix.
problems, you know.
You get it. The people you are going to for that consultancy.
Collection.
Yes, in connection with this thing you are building. Now, my thing is that if we don't take care, this thing will become another tool for unscrupulous people to siphon money from the creatives. It's as
That's
simple.
exactly what
They
it
go
is.
make more
No,
money.
it's as simple as ABC, because listen, if you are saying that it's about making money for the artists and you are, because their songs are on other bigger platforms that are not Ghanaian owned, so you are going to do something that they can make more money. Now you said you have paid for the developmental, are you going to pay for the maintenance and the administration? Because that is the reason why most platforms take maybe a chunk of money from the artists.
No, but that is why there's also going to be a private ownership of it, right?
We don't know that.
What you're saying is
We don't
that
know that.
Make their money back.
We don't
according
know
to the
that.
vice president,
I think
according to the vice
We don't know
president,
that here. We don't know that
we
here.
have
We
paid.
are
The
assuming.
country has paid for the developmental fee and other
Yes,
things.
but they haven't paid for the maintenance and the administrative work that goes into maintaining such a platform. Is it going to take up that? Now, there's also the part of aggregators who come with a streaming platform that also takes some chunk of the money. Are they going to be taking that part out so they deal with the artists because it's locally made for the local artists? So are they going to be doing that to work with the artists directly so that it gives the artists more percentage? You get it? So these are all things that they have to look at. We have to look at to say, oh, are they not a year? If not, we will still have a problem, and then now they will find a way to tax it as well, and then it becomes a tool where other people will use it to siphon money from the creatives you are saying you are doing it
You
for.
didn't say all this there when you were there.
no.
When they gave you the opportunity, you want to give
No,
a
no,
suggestion.
no.
And that's my point. Too. Listen, you
When we get to places like this, we need to
I don't know why they don't speak. And you see, my problem again is, you see, Bawumia is like speaks off all the time. Like you said, you can use your Ghana card travel. You know, you can't even use your Ghana card to vote.
And finally, aside the streaming platform, now knowing that if I'm sure whatever the case, we are going to pay something small, the users, the consumers, we are going to pay something small to use the song so that the artists can now have their money and all. My thing is government willing to fund certain productions? Because I know for platforms like Boomplay, for the exclusivity, they are able to give advancements for the artists.
You don't even know all that.
Slim, I think the biggest thing here is this: the business model for this particular project we have zero information about.
Yeah.
This is a business, and the model has to be clear.
Yeah.
We need to understand how they are getting people. How the people
you were all clapping. You were there. You were clapping when they said they were going to do. You didn't say all these things.
I've already told you.
So
the business model.
The industry needs to have a one-on-one with the platform owners.
There's a question mark.
Adam, hold on. Robert, but I think for every business, it comes with the main thing is to solve a problem. Right.
Oh, yes.
So once we know that we have a problem like that individually,
we don't have a problem with streaming. We don't have a problem with collecting our monies. Nobody has a problem. Before you put your song on any platform, you know how much you're going to be paid.
We have a problem with data.
Good. That's what we have a problem with. So they should fix data. I've said this. I said this last year. Data should look. Once they drop data,
Cost.
Look, Ghana, the music, the industry, the creative industry will be nice. Look, I said this some time back, and I've said this almost 5 years. There's something called a blank levy fee.
Yeah.
Those are for executive producers, those who put in money into the music, right? They are collected on stuff that can be used to copy any sort of creative. So pen drives, photocopier machines. When you import these things, CDs, blank, Gamro takes it and gives it to people that invest into the arts, right? Now, government collects their share on it, right? Now, I said we should go ahead and tax the networks, blank data fees.
Okay.
Because today, we use data to consume all these things. So they should have a fee. They should be paying to creatives because based on what they are doing, people can just, we don't share music all the time. We don't know what, you see, those are the things we want to hear. People, the reason why nobody's investing in anybody again is that when we put in our money,
we are not getting it back.
Good.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So who cares about another streaming platform to do what? Solve what problem? People don't have money to go to the studio to go and record. People don't have money to shoot quality videos. People don't have money for promotion. And you are saying...
That's because the first release, you are not getting the money. And he wants to solve it.
Solve what? By bringing another...
giving you a platform.
Oh, please, are you serious?
No, he's going to give you a platform that's going to pay you far better than the foreign owned one.
Slim, check this out. There are two things I want to say real quickly. Look, the first one is this. When we had that particular session, I asked myself why we were not having this particular session like every quarter.
Okay.
Because otherwise, how are the rulers ruling us if they don't understand our problems? You understand? So you come, you understand what our problems are. You go and work on it. You come, you give us an update, and then you still come to listen. And I thought that particular experience, I'm like, wow, this is what we want. If we can achieve this every half year, it will be so good. That's one. Two, something must have informed why they are building the platform. And initially, I was trying to talk about scale of preference because we have limited resources.
Yeah.
If you listen to people in the space, again, and I'm not even just saying about me, you would hear that it's a nice idea, but we want to solve some other things because those other things are more pressing. So, because this one, when you build it and it's there, are you really sure it's going to solve the other? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it will be there, yes, but in terms of pressing needs, like solving pressing needs, this one, almost immediately, there are other things that are calling for you. You understand? So that's where the challenge is. You understand?
And how
But
they've
like I'm
done it
saying-
expeditiously. It's crazy, man.
But like I'm saying, the fact that we've started and like for me, what is remarkable about this is that you said you're going to do it and you've done it.
done.
And I'm like, wow, okay, what else can we apply such speed to?
Amphitheater speed.
You understand?
Amphitheater.
You know, stuff like that. It would be
No,
so
we
nice.
started
it would
the
be
project.
so nice, to start something and finish.
And you people
start
didn't
something
ask
and
all
finish,
these
something
things,
and
eh?
finish.
Amphitheater. They said they've received money. I think $10 million something, and they are going to finish it.
Hey.
Oh yes.
So those are the things. So for me, they'll have to. No, I don't want to say it's not good in itself, but they should come and explain to us. If they come to explain to us how it's actually going to work, then it's the thing.
We don't need it now.
Anyway,
It's not good.
Showbiz Review Extra here on Hit 103.9. And this morning, MTN Yellow Biz is saying get ready for a game changer for all SMEs that are listening to us this morning. There's a big package coming your way, and that is an all-inclusive package that consists of a 4G router with 10 gig of free data, Microsoft Office 365, WebWiz and Unicom service, all in one big package. And it's a very, very good deal for you, so don't miss this opportunity. With MTN Yellow Biz, your business will gain access to advanced productivity tools and a powerful online presence and superior customer experience to optimize your operation. So to stay ahead of competition, just pick up your phone right now and punch in 100 or call 0244308111, or you can send us an email, mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. Remember, terms and conditions apply. It's MTN Yellow Biz for SMEs that are listening to us this morning. Well, we're on to our next topic here on Showbiz Review. We have like 20 minutes to wrap up, and I'm sure next week for our listeners, next week we'll be live on TV, and that's a promise by our top-notch producer, Mr. Hagler. Next week we'll be live on TV. So
You mean DJ Hagler?
Mr. DJ Hagler.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, they believe him.
Yes. So you don't trust that, man.
Rough. Hey, Hagler. Hey, Trey.
You don't
He's
believe
one
him?
person that when you hag, no, you go like la.
Hey, wow.
You hug out now, you go like that.
La.
Anyway, EDM Festival for 2024 is on. I say massive shouts going out to DJ Mensa and the team. Yes, the biggest food, drink, and music festival is returning this October. The Eat, Drink, Music Festival is back. Yes, Eat, Drink, Music Festival is powered by Hits FM and supported by Joy FM and Joy Prime. So get ready for 2 days of fun-filled best event in Ghana. We have top-notch DJs and amazing musicians gracing the event. So come through. Join us for an experience like no other, featuring world-class performances, a variety of local and continental dishes, drinks, and fun activities. The location is the Good Park here in Accra. That is at the Accra Mall, and the show starts on Saturday the 26th. That is next week Saturday. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So it's Saturday 26th and Sunday 27th. Time is 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Tickets are selling hot on all networks. If you want to buy your own, it's *714 *500 hash, *714 hash, *714 *500 hash. For any inquiries, just send us an email, www.eatdrinkmusicfestival.com. Eat Drink Music Festival 2024 is powered by Hits FM. Hits FM means entertainment and supported by Joy Prime and Joy FM. We're on to our next topic.